Welcome to Learn Yourself. Today we are going to solve question answers from the page number 109, and this question answers are under CBSE standard 9 syllabus from the chapter Motion. So the first question is, the first numerical is, a bus is starting from rest, moves with a uniform acceleration of 0.1 meter per second square for 2 minutes. Find first thing, that is speed acquired by the bus, and the second thing, distance travelled. So here we have to see that what all things they have given to us. So bus is starting from the rest. So starting from the rest suggests us that its initial velocity is 0. So we know that initial velocity is u and that is 0. Now moves with a uniform acceleration. It has a uniform acceleration of 0.1 meter per second square. So its acceleration is 0.1 meter per second square. This is its acceleration. Now, to acquire this much acceleration, what time period it has covered? 2 minutes. So time is 2 minutes. Now this is in minute. We have to convert this into second. So it is 2 into 60. We will get here 120 second. So we have time, we have acceleration, we have initial velocity. What we have to find out? Speed acquired. So we have to find out the final speed, what the bus will acquire after this much acceleration. So let us find out that. We know that equation in which a equals to v minus u divided by t. So in this all the details we have, but we need to find out v. So let us arrange the equation with respect to v. So here v equals to, v is final velocity. So let us take this a and t together. So once the t will go here, opposite side t will come into the multiplication with a. So it is going to be at. Now u is over this side. When we are changing the side of u, it is minus, so it will come in plus sign. So it is u. So we have made equation with respect to v, that is final velocity, which we have to find out. So this is our equation, that at plus u. Now let us put all the details in this equation. That a, what is our acceleration? 0.1. So here we are writing 0.1. Now the time is 120 second. So it is 120 second plus u. U is initial velocity and that is 0 because bus is starting from the rest. So that is going to be 0. Now here we will get 0.1 into 120. So 120 divided by 10. So we will get here 12. So the final velocity will be 12 meter per second. Now this is our first answer, that speed acquired. So we found out the speed. Now we have to find out the second thing, that distance traveled. With this much speed, how much distance it will travel and for what time period? For 2 minutes. So we know the equation, that s equals to ut plus 1/2 at square. With this we can find out the distance. S denotes distance. So now let us put all the information into this. U is 0. So 0 into 120. T is 120. After that plus half acceleration. Acceleration is 0.1. So here I am going to write 0.1 and again in multiplication 120. So 120 and its square. So once we will solve this term is going to be 0 because it is in multiplication with 0. So 0 plus half into 0.1. So it is going to be 1 by 10. Then 120 square. It is 120 square. So it is 120 into 120. So this 0 will cut. This 2 6 are 12. So we will get here 6 into 120. So the answer here is 12 into 6 is 72 and this 0. So 720 meter distance it will travel after 2 minutes or 120 seconds. This is our second answer. The easiest way to solve all this kind of numericals is first you have to access the information, that what all information they have given in the question. After noting down all the information, we can think about the equation. So for that you have to prepare all the list of the equations, that you note down all the equation together and prepare them. After that you can easily point out that from this equation we will get this information, and from that information it will lead us to the answer. But for that you have to prepare all the necessary equations. Second numerical. Train is traveling at a speed of 90 km per hour. Train was not at resting position. Train was traveling. From first onwards, train was traveling. So this is going to be its initial speed. Brakes are applied so as to produce a uniform acceleration of minus 0.5 meter per second square. Why it is minus? Because brakes are applied. Its velocity will decrease continuously, and after some period of time the train will stop. Train will come to a resting position. Find how far the train will go before it brought to rest. So how much after this, once they applied brake, after this how far it will travel, what distance it will cover after this much negative acceleration they have given. So let us note down all the details we have. So train was moving with this speed, so this is going to be our initial velocity, that 90 km per hour. Then train is going to be in rest after some time, so its final velocity will be 0 km per hour. Then uniform acceleration of this, so this is our acceleration. Yes, this is negative because they have applied brake. Whenever the brake is applied and whenever the speed is decreasing, then always acceleration will be negative. What is acceleration? Acceleration is velocity along with the direction. So that is acceleration. So acceleration is negative, that is 0.5 meter per second square. So this is negative acceleration. Now we have to find out that how far train will go. So we have to find out the distance, and our distance is s. We denote this distance with s. Now we know that kilometer per hour speed is there, that we have to convert it into meter per second. So this is big unit, we have to convert it to small unit. So we have to multiply. Kilometer to meter, so it is, we have to multiply with 1000 to change into meter. Now hour is there, we have to convert it into second. So hour to second is 3600 second. 60 into 60. 1 hour equals to 60 minutes and 1 minute equals to 60 second. So we have to multiply 60 two times here to convert it into second. So it is 3600. Now this we have to multiply with 90. So it is 90 into 1000 divided by 3600. So this 2 zeros will go. So here we will get 2 5s are 10 and 18 2s are 36. So we will get here 90 into 5 divided by 18. Again 9 2s are 18 and 9 into 10. So here we will get 10. 9 into 10 is 90. So here 10 and here we will get 2. So now here it is going to be 10 into 5 divided by 2. So this 2 again we are taking it as 2 5s are 10. So we will get here 5 into 5. So we will get here 25. What is our 25? We have converted kilometer per hour to meter per second. So this is meter per second. So we have converted this 90 into meter per second. So that is 25 meter per second. After this, let us find out the distance. So we have equation like this, that 2as equals to v square minus u square. Once we will put all the details here, we will get the distance. So let us write s equals to v square minus u square divided by 2a we are taking it to opposite side. So it is in multiplication, it will go in denominator. So here I will write 2a. Let's put all these details into this equation. So v square. So v square is 0, the final velocity is 0, minus u square. So u is our 25. So let us write here 25 and that to 25 square. Down below it is 2 into acceleration. So 2 into minus 0.5, that is our acceleration, and minus sign is important to mention. Out of this we will get, this is 0, so we will get only this. So this we will get 625, that too minus, because here it is carrying negative sign. Then from this 0.5 into 2 we are getting 1. 0.5 is a half. So half into 2 is, we are going to get 1. So 1 is here and that too negative, because this is carrying negative sign. So 625 divided by 1. So we will get whole number 625, and minus minus will become plus. So our answer is 625 meter. So how much distance the train will travel after it has applied the brake is 625 meter. Third numerical. A trolley while going down an inclined plane has an acceleration of 2 centimeter per second square. What will be its velocity 3 seconds after the start? So what all details they have given? That the trolley is going down in inclined plane. Inclined plane means a slopy plane. Then has an acceleration of, so acceleration we have here, that 2 centimeter per second square, that is acceleration. What will be its velocity 3 seconds after the start? So time they have given is 3 seconds. So here they have mentioned that what will be its velocity 3 seconds after the start. After the start means it suggests that when it is starting. When it is starting means before it was at resting position. So its initial velocity will be 0 meter per second. Why? Because they have mentioned here that after the start. This is a hint that its initial velocity is 0. It has starting from the resting position. So initial velocity is going to be 0, and we have to find out the final velocity. We know acceleration, we have time, and we have initial velocity. So let us find out which equation we can use into this. So acceleration equals to v minus u divided by t is the equation. Now we have to find out this v. So let us frame equation with respect to v. So v is here. So a and t, when we are combined, this t is in the denominator. It will go to numerator when it will change the sign. So we will get here at. Now u is along with the negative sign. So when it will change the side, it will become plus. So this is our equation with respect to final velocity. Let us put all the value. A is here 2. So it is 2. Then time is 3. Then initial velocity is 0. So we get here 6. So this 6 is centimeter per second. Why? Because here our acceleration is centimeter. So this is going to be centimeter per second. Our answer is 6 centimeter per second, which is our final velocity. Fourth numerical. A racing car has a uniform acceleration of 4 meter per second square. What distance will it cover in 10 seconds after start? So let us note down all the details given here. So acceleration. First is acceleration. How much they have given? It is 4 meter per second square. This much acceleration is there. And racing car has a uniform acceleration. What distance will it cover in 10 seconds after start? So after start suggests that it was at resting position. So initial velocity is 0 and time given is 10 seconds. So we have to find out the final velocity and then we have to find out the distance. So what distance it will cover in 10 seconds. So in 10 second time this much is the acceleration, then where this will reach, that we have to find out. So let us write down equation what we are going to use. So S is our distance. So S equals to ut plus half at square. So this equation we will use and we will get the distance travelled. So u is our 0 because it was at the resting position. So our initial velocity is 0. So here the 0 will be there. Along with that a time is there. So time is 10 seconds plus half, then acceleration. So acceleration is 4. So here I am going to write 4 and then the t is 10. So 10 square. T is square here, so it is 10 square. Now this term is going to be 0 because it is in the multiplication with 0. So we have to solve this term. So again it is 4 into 100. It is 10 square. So 100 divided by 2. So we will get here 2. So answer is 200. So 200 meter distance it will cover. With this much of acceleration and after 10 seconds it will reach to 200 meter distance. Fifth numerical is a stone is thrown in a vertically upward direction with a velocity of 5 meter per second. If the acceleration of the stone during its motion is 10 meter per second square in the downward direction, what will be the height attained by stone and how much time will it take to reach there? So here in this numerical we are throwing stone upward. So when we are throwing it upward, it has initial velocity. But after reaching at one point, suppose we are throwing it, so it has some initial velocity. So initial velocity it has is 5 meter per second. So it is going up with 5 meter per second. Now when it is going up, one point will reach where its velocity will become 0, and for that fraction of second it will be steady there and then it will start coming back. So that will be its final velocity and that final velocity will be 0. So v equals to 0 because it will stop there. For a fraction of second it will stop there and then coming down. So while it is starting a motion towards upward, it has a velocity that 5 meter per second. So velocity will be 5 meter per second, but its velocity will be 0 because once he reached up the maximum height, then it will start moving backward, and there at that position for a fraction of second its velocity will be 0, and that is going to be final velocity. So here we know initial velocity and final velocity. So our initial velocity is 5 meter per second and final velocity is 0 meter per second. Along with this they have given the acceleration, that 10 meter per second square. So acceleration is 10 meter per second square is the acceleration. Now in the downward direction, so since its direction is towards downward, so we will take here the acceleration as negative because it is coming down. So the acceleration is in downward direction. So that's why we have taken here acceleration negative. Now what will be the height attained by stone? So how much distance it will travel from here till up? How much distance it will travel? So that distance we have to find out, and how much time it will require to reach here. How much time it will require to reach here, that also we have to find out. So we have to find out distance, and for that distance how much time it will take, that we have to find out. So let us first find out the distance. For distance we will use the equation is v square minus u square equals to 2as. Now we have to frame this equation with respect to s. So 2a we will write in denominator of v square minus u square. So it is going to be s equals to v square minus u square divided by 2a. So 0 minus the initial velocity is 5. So it is going to be 5 square. in the denominator 2 into acceleration. So our acceleration is 10 and that too in minus. So here we will get minus 25 because it's square of 5, and down below we will get 20, that too minus 20. Solving this, 25 divided by 20, we will get here 1.25 meter distance, and this is going to be positive because denominator and numerator both are negative. So negative negative we will get here positive. So this much distance the stone will travel. Now we have to find out the time, that for this distance how much time it will require. So we have one equation that v equals to u plus at. So in this equation all the details we have, but we do not have time. So let us write this equation with respect to t. So we will get here v minus u divided by a. So let us write all the value. So its final velocity is 0 minus initial velocity. Initial velocity is 5. So it is going to be 5. Then acceleration. Acceleration is minus 10. So it is minus 10. So we will get here minus 5 divided by minus 10. So we will get here 1 by 2, and both are minus. So minus minus is going to be plus. So we will get here 0.5 second. It is 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 is 0.5. So 0.5 second time it will require to reach up till 1.25 meter distance. Hope this video has solved your doubt. Comment down below, was it helpful or not. Please give us your feedback to improve ourselves. I'll see you in next video with many more important concepts. So don't forget to subscribe, learn yourself. I'll see you in next video. Till then, keep learning, keep sharing.